when it comes to a squat, or any type of lift, what we're looking for is that sort of posture, that neutral, efficient alignment. Once we can identify where the movement floor is, okay, the feet are moving in, or falling in. What we have to do is get the feet level. So we have to work the body in a way to keep the feet level. So we can add in extra exercises that do that, or extra stretches that do that. If the knees fall in or out, we can add in extra exercises and stretches to keep the knees in. If the hips are tucking, we can add in extra exercises and extra stretches to keep the hips out. That's when we start building our exercise program. So if someone wants to full squat, which is absolutely fine, because you can see some of the great Olympic lifters, they will go down, bum will hit their heels, back will be completely neutral. The Russian Weightlifting Federation talk about this in their journals, or in their writings, or in their articles, whatever you want to call them. They talk about the neutral spine posture and position, because the body is able to transfer the most power from the muscles into the bar to lift it up over the head. So not only is it good for maximum strength, or optimum strength as they call it, it is also the best position for injury prevention. So it's a double whammy. So you get all these people saying, no, we need to do it this because this activates the glutes more. Yeah, okay, at the expense of what? More often than not, it's at the expense of the spine. If you injure the spine, you're done, basically. You might spend 3 years building up to a certain weight. Your back goes. That puts you out for 6 months. In 6 months, you've gone all the way back to the start of 3 years again. Whereas if you bother to learn the proper technique, progress through, less injury, you won't have the 6 months off, you'll keep progressing, if that makes sense. So what we can do with people who can't do that, it's finding out where the limitation is and working on the limitation. In the meantime, it's going on to things like partial squats, parallel squats, but basically wherever their range of movement or their technique fails. Understanding where the technique fails, improve the function of the muscle, be it make it longer or make it stronger, so stretch it or strengthen it, then you'll improve the person's technique. Okay? So there's no problems with doing full squats, it's just are they being done properly? If they're not being done properly, move them on to parallel or partial squats. It's as simple as that. All you're doing as a trainer is just looking at the person and their range of movement. When we come on to principles, one of the principles of fitness is individuality. Have you ever heard a trainer say, I'll create a program tailored to your needs? Yeah? You heard that before from a trainer? Individuality, tailored to the person's needs. One of the parts of individuality is range of movement. So if you've got a trainer that says that, then they give them squats and they do full squats. They lose technique, knees buckle in, feet fold in, back rounds, heads up or heads down or whichever way. That is not an individual program tailored to their needs, because it's not taking into consideration that person's range of movement. It's just saying, he said that a full squat is best. You're doing a full squat. There's no sense. There's no logic in that. It's just saying, right, that's how the exercise is done, you're going to do it that way. Not, this is how you move, and we're going to start doing the squat, so this is how you're going to do the squat. Okay? If they've got the range of movement and they can do it, get them doing it. Not a problem. It's then just building them up. Okay? But the key is looking at the person and how they move. And that is hopefully sets a precedent for the rest of the 6 weeks. And hopefully it can set a precedent in your training. Looking at how you move. Because if you can move correctly, you will be a lot stronger, and you will have a lot less injury. Even the little niggly stuff that people just, yes, I've had it for years. And then they just keep going and going and going and going and going. I've had people with back pain for 20 years. They've been told not to exercise. They're exercising. They're doing stuff that their chiropractor or doctor said they shouldn't be doing. It's got nothing to do with the pain, but everything to do with how they move. If you can teach them how to move, the pain will start to move away, they'll get stronger, they'll have new movement habits, and off we go. Someone who's been told they can't exercise 20 years ago, they haven't exercised for 20 years, all of a sudden, oh hang on, I can exercise. Yes, that was 20 years wasted.